One of the things that does happen typically in a Chapter 11, unless the plan is 100% plan, is the equity gets reduced and sometimes just gets completely wiped out. In other words, the stock gets wiped out. And if the people running the company are the primary shareholders, they may find themselves lacking in motivation to work hard to keep the business going. If that's the case, there may be a diminution in the quality of service and the quality of whatever it is that the business is known for. And that will produce a negative halo effect on that business throughout the community. And that can adversely affect the business's market position. A lot of it does depend on what that particular market is and what the competitors are all about. Maybe other competitors are having difficulties. I had a chat with a fellow today whose particular industry has been hit very hard. And as a result, well, his competitors are going out of business, and he is hoping to hold on until that particular market turns around. There are things in that market that do have the potential to turn around, but it's hard to say. So the market position does depend on what kind of business it is, what the competitors are, what is happening to those competitors. If they're also having difficulties, maybe it won't really adversely affect the business's market position to be in Chapter 11. On the other hand, there can be that negative image of, oh, this company is in a Chapter 11, and that company isn't. And if I go to that company, maybe that's a surer bet. So it's hard to say without more specific information about a particular business or a particular market as to how the market position will be affected by the Chapter 11 filing. On the other hand, if the business comes out of the Chapter 11 having resolved all of its financial problems, that makes it look really quite good. And I remember years ago, unfortunately, both these businesses have kind of ended, but Kmart went into a Chapter 11 and they reorganized. And then they came out and they were very, very healthy. And I remember right around that time, I read, oh, Kmart bought Sears. At the time, Sears was a pretty big company. It was not in bankruptcy yet. But, oh, that must be a misprint. Maybe Sears bought Kmart. No, Kmart bought Sears because they came out of their Chapter 11 so fiscally healthy that they had enough money to be able to buy Sears. So that can very much help market position of that particular business. If it's had a successful Chapter 11 and it's come out, it serviced its debts, and it really had a great exit strategy. And that kind of brings us full circle back to what I was talking about at our during our first question, and that is the exit strategy. And that's something that I spend a fair amount of time discussing with a potential Chapter 11 client. What is the exit strategy? Will there be liquidation? Is there some change in your market, change in your business model that has now made it possible for you to service that you were having great difficulty servicing in the past? If that's the case, you could be like Kmart at that time. Now, admittedly, Kmart took a tumble after that. But for a while there, it was very healthy. And there are some companies that have gone through Chapter 11 and have become real powerhouses in the marketplace. I mean, GM went through a Chapter 11 some years ago, and it came out as a healthy organization, a healthy company. So Chapter 11 is not necessarily the kiss of death at all. It can be very much a lifeline that turns a company around so that it really is a healthy one. So these answers that I've given today may not be as satisfying as you might have hoped for because they do lack a certain specificity. The reason that they lack that specificity is because of the wide variety that we have in the kind of businesses that go into Chapter 11, the wide variety on their customer base, their marketplace. And so it's really, a lot of the questions are best answered on a case-by-case basis. So if you have a business that's having difficulty and wants to restructure, give me a call and maybe we can talk in more specificity about the implications to your particular business.